Well, hello. We're here getting the car washed, getting a little Miata out for a nice early spring drive. I don't even know if it's technically considered spring yet.
Yes, it is.
It is. I don't know my dates. Don't mind me. Currently waiting for Jake to come out of a restroom in this restaurant here so we can make our way up to the shop. We got some pretty big news today. I don't know if you guys noticed I'm wearing our new Nana She Works merch. It's pretty sick. These should be available pretty soon. But the real story for today. Oh my God, this car is that. Yeah. So we're finally done welding up that manifold for the G54B for the boosted Ram50 project. So we're actually gonna go up today. We're gonna drop an engine into the red Ram50 shell if we can get it out of the back corner of the shop. And then we're actually gonna bolt this manifold to it and do our final, mock-up, fitment test, all that, make sure that everything's gonna work. The idea was to be a drop-in solution for like a T3, T4 manifold, so we don't want there to be like a ton of stuff that you have to do to install these, right? Like we don't want you to have to move half the car to put a turbo manifold in. So hopefully everything that we took into account when making it proves to be useful, but we'll see. We actually have to go put it in the car now and see what it looks like and measure everything and mock everything, put the turbo in. But I'm excited, and obviously so is this guy. I think he can contain himself at the moment.
Yeah. My fat ass is hungry. I had to grab some food.
Indeed. That might not be a bad idea for me either, so we're gonna go drop off the Miata, and then I need to go get my car. We're gonna see everybody at the shop.
Do you think we can get a radio in?
Probably. You wanna bring this to the shop?
Yeah, I'm just...
You think this thing's even gonna get to the shop? I imagine enough snow has melted.
I mean, I probably won't get it to the shop, but I can get it up there.
Yeah, that's kind of the same look I would have given that question too, to be honest.
I mean,
There's a lot of snow at the shop.
You should have seen
We'll
where I
see.
got it out of you.
Look at you.
I'm getting so good.
Nice little downshift.
I can't do it the second though.
Yeah.
I've been practicing, I can't do it though.
It's a
yet.
bit more aggressive than third.
Yeah,
But you're doing good.
really can't do first.
You
I did.
probably follow him. Yeah. Got my lunch. We can get this place all opened up. Oh, smells good in here. I can't see shit because I'm wearing sunglasses in a dark building. What are the odds?
Good luck.
Yeah, I just said that. Oh, it's a struggle every time. Ah,
It's open.
it's open. Can we get this piece of crap out of here? Yeah. Will it start? These are the questions. Yeah, boy. It's almost that time. Oh yeah. Let it warm up for a little bit, huh? Finally set up. Got everything cleared out of the way, doors open. Time to get to why we came up here in the first place. That would be for this.
Almost. So there were a lot of design
choices that went into why the manifold looks like this. One of the major ones is accessibility, right? Like these manifold bolts always suck to get at with tubular manifolds. Give that a check. You can get right down at it from there. This runner has accessibility through here. I would recommend
if you had a little
swivel. Yeah.
but like it's still a hell of a lot better than 90% of the tubular manifolds on the market.
And the nice part is you're not gonna have to rip apart half your car to get these things installed, which is part of the reason why we're up here to check today. As you can see, we have a mock-up engine ready to go. We're going to throw it on this thing, check for accessory drive clearance and all that kind of stuff, make sure everything's looking good here, still have accessibility to the oil filter, all that.
Accessory drive is here, that's fine. This is my main concern. The little thermostat with the factory oil filter housing.
And then we're gonna throw our head on this engine, make sure that we have clearance for everything over here, make sure the strap bar clears, everything like that. Looking good when we were making the design, we had everything tacked up, it was fitting really good, but things move around when you go ahead and apply a weld to them, so just want to make sure that everything is still within tolerance.
Fries are done.
Missing a stud here.
Yeah, oh well.
It's okay, your mock-up engine doesn't have to be nice. Hardware goes in nice, all these holes line up real nice.
This one here is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to get, but
only one of the bolts are hard to get, that's better than not, and you can still very easily get a wrench on there, so there really shouldn't be too much problem with it.
Notice we have plenty of clearance for the thermostat, for the factory oil filter housing. I'm gonna go ahead and install the turbo on the wastegate, show you how it looks exactly on this motor, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, this is sick.
Obviously no gasket right now, but
yeah, it does sit really, really well.
But of course, you factory guys know there's a, well, the hood's open on the other Quest, I think.
Yeah, you do have a bit of charge pipe that runs over the top of the engine for that turbo to sit just out of the way for that charge pipe. Might not be a bad idea to throw some wrap on it, but I can't imagine it'll be that big of an issue.
You can sneak the clamp down around the back side. More than enough room to go ahead and run your bolt through, which just so happen to have one right here.
Bust out all the new hardware. And we just need the magnet intake to boot.
The what?
I love the magnet intake.
Oh yeah, the factory Aussie intake.
Yep. Yeah, I think everything fits really good. But everything's honestly looking really good. We see what we wanted to see on this, and obviously with being able to get to the hardware for mounting the manifold itself, clearance for the oil sandwich plate thermostat, and then obviously clearance for this water tube and all this other stuff. Now what we want to do is I'm actually going to pop this head off. We're going to toss it in car here, and I actually want to take a look at fitment with obviously power steering reservoir and the factory catch can and things like that.
This guy.
Yeah, and that as well.
You know, right there is where it sits. So we're gonna see if it actually is gonna work with the factory HVAC garbage. So notice your AC line here.
Yep, we want all that stuff to still work along with it. And the idea is for this to fit not only the Conquest Stereon chassis, but the Ram50 Mighty Max chassis as well. So we're really focusing on the Conquest first because this is the most tightly packaged engine bay for sure. So if we can fit it in here, I'm pretty sure we can get it in the Ram50. But let's see fitment. And then we also went up, picked ourselves up a Cusco strut bar. So we want to make sure that we're fitting with some of these other accessories as well. And that's really the only other thing that I would be super worried about as far as fitment. I think everything else will kind of fall in line. Plenty of room for charge piping and everything like that. So should be a good drop-in solution for your T3 boys.
Best thing you can do is send stock head bolts, already been used, down to 100 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
Without a gasket in between the head and the block.
Well, that's how it stays alive.
That's exactly how it stays alive.
A little copper spray gasket around the outside, you know. You got it.
Yamabond 4.
It's nice to have just you know, one of these laying around and do this on. This would suck to have to do in that car. Just constantly take your manifold out to do checks.
Yep.
This isn't even the car this manifold's going in. Hey Jake, what do you do when a cylinder head won't go all the way down in the dowels?
Can't touch this.
Hammer time. Copyright.
They just call me the violent MC.
Oh yeah. Do that now. Oh, nice dead blow. Sure is dead.
Good old, made in Pittsburgh.
Harbor Front.
Horrible.
Yeah, it has a warranty on it. I wonder if they, can we please
I
try to
wonder.
warranty that?
I'm gonna try. I have to
We
try.
have to try at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's, you know.
You already said it, can't go back on your word now. I think I really like this valve cover. The black powder coated valve cover look really growing on me. Alright, let's slap this bad girl in there and see what it looks like.
Alright, I'm gonna take the turbo because that's heavy.
Yeah. Thumbnail. Fuck, that one's not going on all the way.
However, yeah, that's fine.
Can we get this back running all the way? Yeah, we're starting to notice that there might be a little bit of interference to this AC line here.
But it might be able to be bent over, and
I think it will be able to be moved.
shortened up for those guys that still want to run AC.
Well, yeah, we can always just slightly clock this in too. I don't see that being too big of an issue.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah. Otherwise.
Yeah. Oh.
And again, this was majorly meant for the Ram50, not the Conquest.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all things considered, this is, for a tubular manifold, pretty good fitment. I mean, the wastegate could be changed.
Yep.
Slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I'm still convinced that we could probably clock this in just a little bit and still be fine. And then to be brutally honest, if we ended up having to just run like a recirc into the downpipe just to save space, like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. That's not the way Jake's gonna do it, but you could. Yeah, just a slight clock on that, and I mean, you got plenty of clearance in there now. And the turbo sits at an angle as well, so I don't think you're gonna be worried about having this screamer pipe run into your downpipe at all, because I assume your downpipe's gonna end up sitting back, going this way. Way to go, Butterfingers. Oh yeah, now that it's pulling up to the flange as well, you got even more space. Look at all that.
Yeah.
And honestly, it went in there pretty well. If you didn't have, we had the wastegate on when we were putting it in, so we kind of had to tilt it back and slide it through. Without that, this would have literally just bolted right on. So I'm incredibly happy with that. What a good piece. Yeah, everything is coming together really well. Plus the big thing too with the turbo sitting there, you've got a perfect little hole there for a drain. Right down to where you'd want it to go.
Yep. Obviously the factory drain is right here. That, not gonna happen.
Yeah, but we can drain back to the pan.
Yep. It can be modified. Might have to send me your pan to do it, but it's easy enough.
Yeah, let's toss this turbo on there and see what it looks like. Look at that.
Now, if you also notice, it sits pretty much flush with the strut bar, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, we already tested it with the hood down before, so we know it fits.
But just because Everybody's gonna be curious about it.
Obviously a major question with some of these custom-made tubulars.
Will it clear the hood?
No hood modifications, and it doesn't touch it all either, so that's a good thing. Should still have plenty of room to get that oil filter off too, right down in here. So might need to, you know, once you have an intake made or charge piping, pull something out of the way to get your hand down there. But the manifold itself isn't causing any major obstruction from what I can see. Ew. But it's looking good, all things considered. I don't see a single thing wrong with it fitting in a Conquest, so we're pretty sure it's gonna fit in this Ram50. We wanted to actually do a mock-up in one of the trucks. Of course, the problem with it being Minnesota, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that thing out anytime soon. The other one's over there. That one we might be able to get out and around here, to be honest. But honestly, I don't think that's necessary, to be real. Pretty happy with what we're seeing here. Dude, that's so sick. Next move, hopefully, is to make one for our 7Ms, but I think for now, we're gonna get this fire roaring, enjoy for the rest of the day. Because honestly, now that we're done with this, we can't really do too much until we can start actually getting the car that this manifold is meant for out from back there that I showed you earlier. So I think that's gonna be it. I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to share what we come up with when we get this thing running. But for now, I appreciate everybody watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the builds. If you wanna see more, we'll see you guys next time.